feet. Then Snyman slips it away from Jenkins.
Time off! Time off!
Well, it has not yet been awarded.
TMO.
Big carry in the left arm, eyes on the target. Oh my gosh, he's dropped it. That's it there, he's dropped it, that's not a try.
Vertrouwd met daardie bal wat hy geplaas het. Weet jy of hy die... Oh! Ja, en ek dink hy het probeer aan die skeieregter dink hy het hom neergesit. Daar's glad nie beheer oor daardie bal nie.
Udlale ngomfinya kulunch.
Definitely.
Ebengalali phezu kwayo nje. Utubhanqo udlale ngomfinya kulanjwa. Sir Jack, what are your thoughts on Jason Jenkins?
I think he was too excited. And you get with the butterfly locks with doing such mistakes because if it was a lock of Eben Etzebeth, he would have dived with that ball.
Yeah.
He wanted to be fancy in scoring that ball, and that cost the try.
Mr. Malotana, has that ever happened to you?
No, I'm just too brilliant. You know, for a lock, it's always hard work to get over the advantage line. So, you know, a try opens up like that, so easy. You kind of sort of, you know, you don't know what to do with yourself. And I think the case Matos, I don't know what can I do with myself. What was he?
Now, moving on. It's very grassroots rugby on Phaka is something that we hold dearly in our hearts. And one of the clubs that have been emerging in Johannesburg is Pirates Rugby Club.
My name is Brad Geimer, Chairman of Pirates Rugby Club, based in Greenside, Johannesburg. Greenside's a very well-known area for its restaurants and pubs. And for the nature lovers, obviously Emmerich Dam is very close. And Zoo Lake, which is behind me, also well-known for its walks and its greenery. Also at Zoo Lake we have Moyo Restaurant, which is very well-known, a very popular destination for tourists and locals alike. The Pirates was established in 1888, originally out of Kimberley. We moved up here to Johannesburg when gold was discovered and shared grounds with Wanderers, where Park Station is now, the original Ellis Park. We then moved across to where we currently are, Sir Lionel Phillips Park, in the late 30s, early 40s, and we've been there ever since.
I've been at Pirates since 1993, so it was kind of a progression. Went from under 20s to first side, and then after I played, I always wanted to coach the first side. It's a love for the game and a love for the club, and we've got some really great kids and some great talent, so it's my passion.
Coaching, first of all, I've been doing it for a number of years. I retired in 2009. And since then I've worked with Rugby 101, I've worked with at Wits as well, I've helped out with the young guns, and spoke with Brad Geimer, and he offered me a chance to come to coach here last year, and I'm really enjoying it. Pirates is a different club. I've always been a Witsy boy, but I've been at Pirates now 2 years and I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah, I think difficulties are all around. Mostly is from an administration perspective, trying to get the right sponsorship in. I mean, that's always been a tough challenge for us, economically where we are at the moment. I think everybody has to put in the hard yards to make sure we get that.
To run a club nowadays is a hell of a tough. It takes more money than what people think it does. There's a lot of expenses that come into it: kits, equipment, coaching, medics, travel. All those things come into it in a massive way.
Upkeep of grounds is very, very expensive. So we're always looking at different ways that we can save money and get people to help us out. So I'd say the biggest difficulty is the financial situation for a sports club that relies solely on fundraising and membership to survive.
We're not professional, we're amateurs, and we do it because we love it. So I'd say that's probably the most difficult thing, is to try to split your home life from your work life, from the thing that you love, which is rugby.
128 years of history has seen a lot of highlights, but in more recent times, winning club champs in 2001, 2002 going back to club champs, and more recently in 2016 representing the Golden Lions in the Gold Cup, which is a fantastic experience for us.
My greatest highlight was when we made it into the club champs and played in Pretoria. That was in 2009. And now making the Gold Cup and seeing our boys on television in their Pirates kit was a very, very proud moment.
One of our biggest rivals is the guys up the road, Wanderers. We've had great rivalry with them and great respect for them as well. We also have a great rivalry and competition with Raiders Rugby Club. And as of recent years, the varsities have really played a big part in the rivalry, and we push each other all the way.
Our biggest rivalry, no doubt, is against Wanderers. We play for the Danford Cup still to this day, who's the co-founder of both clubs. Both clubs are 128 years old and a huge history, and both clubs have big old boys support, and whether you're playing at Wanderers or whether you're playing at Pirates, there's massive crowds and massive support in that one.
You know, whenever we get a new boy coming in, the guys always welcome him. He never feels alienated, and that's something that's really true to Pirates Rugby, where we welcome you into the family and we treat you as if you've been here for many years.
It's really just welcoming players and the team camaraderie, having to support each other, and just even the old boys getting involved. And on Saturdays, on game days, when everyone comes down and just supports each other.
Pirates got a good couple of traditions. I'd say our fans meeting afterwards. We always have a big fans meeting, and it also just gets the spirit of the guys going, keeps the gears up. A lot of the new guys coming down really enjoy the fans meeting.
The fact is, I don't think we'd be around without the old boys, without former players, and that reaches from guys who are currently here right up to people in top businesses. CEOs, MDs are really supporting us.
They support us unbelievably well, and we wouldn't actually survive without the help, whether it's financial help or giving us contacts that they have in businesses now and helping in every single way that they can.
We get 2,000 to 3,000 people down on a Saturday for games, and obviously, once the community buys into the club, it's the right thing to do, because we want our kids to be sporty.
We've actually just now signed a 3-year deal with Rana, who obviously will be giving us the tackle bags, and all that support really helps.
We're continuously striving off the field to make sure from an administration perspective we're sound, secure and we're open. But from an on-the-field perspective, we want to go on, and not only do we want to win our leagues, but we also we want to win the Gold Cup. We want to put Pirates in the top 3 in the country.
I personally do it for the team camaraderie and just the spirit of the game, because I just love rugby.
As a club, man, we come down here to escape the norm, and we just want to play rugby with our mates. Obviously, the dream is to help the club get into Gold Cup again and to take it a step further and really get to the finals and then win it.
My hopes and dreams for the club are that we get a new hockey AstroTurf, and that our rugby fields can be top class, so we can play Gold Cup matches here. And then we have also started a soccer section on our top field that's got lights, and we're hoping for that section to really grow and boost our membership substantially.
I'd like to first say that the rest of this segment will conduct in English so that all members of Pirates Rugby Club understand exactly what we are saying. Also, I'd like to correct myself. Pirates are not an emerging club. They are actually an established club that have had many Springboks come out of it. And one of those Springboks is sitting next to me right now, Kaya Malotana. Kaya, please tell us about your times and your days at Pirates Rugby Club.
Yeah, this is when I first moved to Joburg. I obviously joined the Cats setup, and I was advised, if I wanted to join a club, Pirates would be the best place to try. And I went there and I felt right at home, because I think Pirates appeals to guys who I would say have been to Model C schools. There's a similar vibe to what you used to, that type of setup. And, when I left school, I joined a club like Hams Tech in East London, which I believe is no longer around, but so it sort of carried that vibe over. So when I walked into the doors there, it was a similar vibe. So I felt, right at home. And the people involved with Pirates through generations sort of give you the same standard of acceptance, the same standard of values. And I think that's what's kept them, alive for so many years, in that they've managed to replicate, that type of a culture from generation to generation. So they've done well to be alive. for over 100 years.
So, Jack, the importance of having rugby clubs like Pirates?
Kaunda, it's very important. Clubs, by virtue of having clubs are rooted in the communities, and they bring that vibrancy. They bring the support, they bring the communities together. And that is why you find a soccer setup when you talk about Pirates and Chiefs and all that kind of stuff, because it's rooted in the communities. Now, I wish to commend Saru for coming up in all fashions to bring all kind of competition in terms of club rugby. And I think that's going to resuscitate rugby once again. School kids are going to have something to look at. You know, play rugby at school, you don't know what to play for. So I think it's a good thing that they have come up with all sorts of rugby club competitions.
And as a former Pirates man, I'm sure Kaya, you'd love to see Pirates play once again in the Gold Cup.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we set the precedent in 2001 by winning club champs under the coaching of none other than Dick Muir himself. So they've managed to uphold, you know, that level of competitiveness. It would be nice. I mean, I always follow them, you know, through the Gold Cup as well. So I wish they will do well still.
So, Jack, thank you very much for joining us once again. Kaya, thank you very much for your valuable input. Now, that is the story of Pirates Rugby Club, and we'll close the show with some great moments from Flyhalves in professional rugby. Ndiyathemba ukubana siniphakelele into ezimnandi, into eziyum-yum.
Now the chase is on, and the bounce is favouring Cruden. Looks to offload, beautifully done, and Barrett is away. What another great try.
Cummins, and inside, Cipriani! Oh, I think he's done a hamstring. Danny Cipriani scores a try. There's the celebration.
Interesting bounce here. Ball to long. Gets it again for Rangers chase. And away goes Ben Smith on a searching run. Beautiful again. Now can he link up? He does so with Aaron Smith. Ben Smith gets it back. Turns it back into Chris King. Now with Slade. What a try that is. Fantastic.
So this is a 50-metre kick for James Hook. It's climbing, it's climbing, it's climbing!